This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cage Side Press here with Sumiko Inaba, who takes on Nadine Mandiau on Bellator 286 this Saturday. First off, Lady Samurai, everything goes on in Hawaii. You get to enjoy the pomp and circumstance, and then you come back to, I'll say for want of a better word, a regular Bellator event for you. For yourself, what's that adjustment like? Is it less stress? Is it a little, I'll use the word anticlimactic because there's not everything that goes on in Hawaii?
No, I love to travel when I do these things. That's the perk of fighting. So traveling and seeing new places, it's amazing for me. I take on every fight week as a different week. Fighting for my home was amazing. It almost felt a little weird. That fight felt a little weirder for me than anything, just being home and around my crowd. And I brought my daughter along that time, so it was very, very comfortable. No, this week feels like fight week, and doing all this, the media, it's great. It's all part of the process, and I'm enjoying it.
Talking about that, so let's say it very simply. Obviously, you draw a lot of comparisons to another fighter from Hawaii who's picked up at 1-0, 0-0 for Bellator, Lima Lei McFarland. I'm going to just say it. She's nearing the end of her contract. She said she's looking to be done with it. Bellator needs another, warrior princess from Hawaii. Do you ever let yourself think that far? Like, it may be your turn to kind of like, hey, Sumiko, do you want to do something big? Do you want to bring the show for Hawaii, so to speak, in the future?
Yeah, for sure. I can only be grateful for Ilima for paving this way for me as a Hawaii fighter, and she's done so much. I've watched both of her fights in Hawaii. They were chicken skin from the walkout to the fight and performance itself. So, to be able to keep up with that, it's just inspiration, and I think that, I strive to be exactly what she was, and that's the champ, so, yeah.
And on that note, you also shouted out earlier this week another Hawaiian champion, Miss Angela Lee over there in one. Are you someone who's going to be like, hey, obviously you have business, but are you going to be checking your phone to see how she's doing? Or do you just, I guess what is that energy to support the fellow Hawaiians?
Oh, yeah. It's amazing I'm going to watch her fight tomorrow. It's going to get me all pumped up and ready to go for my fight. And I support her 100%. We haven't been able to really train with each other. We've met each other, but, hopefully one day we're only an island away, and she's a strong mama and so am I, so we try to support each other as much as we can.
May I ask you a naive question? People talk about, you got Max Holloway, BJ, Lima, Rachel, everyone. How easy or how difficult is it to actually get from island to island when you're a local?
It's only a half an hour plane ride away, so it's that easy. People think it's, we're connected in that way, but no, it's just, 30-minute plane ride to Oahu, so it's right there, and Hawaii is such a close-knit, very, very supportive, especially of MMA fighters, so I love my Hawaii.
As we round home, talking about Nadine, people are going to look at her record and they're going to be like, hey, this should be a walk for Sumiko. She's going to chop her down like the samurai she is. What are people not realizing when they break down this fight on paper?
Yeah, looking at her record, I understand. But she's been fighting for all these bigger promotions. She's come back from losses, and I think that takes a lot from a person to be able to do that. She's going to come with more experience. She's been fighting a lot and very consistently, and I'm not taking that at all lightly. So it's another fight, and it's 4 years in the making for getting new skills, and it's going to show on Saturday.
And then my final question, obviously that experience of having faced her once before in the amateurs, how much does that help? And do you kind of revisit the homework, or does this feel like a brand new fight?
No, like I said, we both gained experience, skills, mindset. It's going to be a completely different fight, but having the comfortability of being in the cage with her and sharing that experience already, it does help altogether, yeah.
Well, Sumiko, best of luck. We're looking forward to another good one, and we appreciate the time.
Well, thank you so much.